To be honest, you don't need to use Fable for everything. OX Alpha just dropped, and it is completely free for the most part. It's multi-model, it can do text, images, videos, it has a 1 million contexts, and it is completely free on OpenRouter for a whole week. That's right, for free. And in this video, I'm going to break down what I found interesting with the model, how to actually use it, what prompts that I use to build this whole entire website, and all the quirky things that I have discovered with this mystery model where I don't even know who made this. Let's break that down. So first, I'm going to show you how to actually use this model. What you want to do is you want to go to OpenRouter. This is OpenRouter. It's basically how you can access new, interesting mystery AI models for the most part from America, China, and such. But basically, all you want to do is go and get your API key. You basically want to create your API key for the most part. Hit new key, have a name, and then just create. This is completely free, so you don't need to worry about billing or anything like that, which is super nice. And then you want to download a software called OpenCode. It is very similar to basically a Cloud Code or a Codex for the most part. Then you want to go over to settings. Then you want to go over to providers. And then you want to basically paste your API key that you got from OpenRouter into that model, right? So that's basically the basics. And I cannot show you the API key because I don't want you guys using all my keys, right? But once you're done with that and you got everything connected, all you want to do is type in search models, do aux, and then that's right. You can find aux alpha. So super hype. I've been playing around with this and it's super fun. With the prompt, I just yapped into this. I did not spend time doing a prompt, giving it all the details. I just yapped and it created like this high quality website, right? Which is just really impressive for the most part. We can just play around with this. We can save images. Obviously, that doesn't work because we did not put so much time into this. But let's be honest, like this is really impressive for just like just like 2 prompts, right? So yeah, I'm kind of just blown away by this. But there are some caveats, right? I would say that the first caveat is that I was trying to make the same exact YouTube video and I was trying to build a Flappy Bird game, right? And I tried like for 30 minutes with this model and just nothing happened. And I think that there's just like a overall just ton of demand with this model and it's causing a lot of issues for the most part. So it kind of just didn't really have just anything to really work with, and it just stalled for a half an hour for the most part, which really sucks. And I was just really frustrated with just not doing anything. And I think that the model is inherently slow because of it being free, but also the model is getting just so much attention and just time. There's just so many people like using it, right? Which is really frustrating because I'm just so hyped about this model. And then lastly, here's some quirky things that I found about with this model is that I asked it like about Xi Jinping and it had a really interesting response where it went against like all other Chinese models like DeepSeek, GLM, and Kimi. It's been like a really weird model for the most part. And I just don't know who created it. We think that this is a GLM 5.3 flash model, right? But to be honest, with like how weird this model is and the things I've asked it and its responses, I just don't know anymore. So overall, I would say that this is just a really interesting drop for the most part. And I'm just blown away by just that this is free on OpenRouter, OpenCode. for the most part. All right. So I actually have a school where I actually break down a lot of these very interesting models that are either uncensored, mysterious models, completely free. And I have a community where I talk about this and just Claude code and Codex and OpenCode. And I basically just want to build just a lot of stuff that is very helpful for you, where you can get better with AI and you can really understand what is happening. So please check out the free community. It is absolutely free, just like Ox Alpha. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.